Silence, so continue standing after the pledge.
I'm good. How are you?
Bill's for free.
Overnight. I got it from her, I think.
Actually, I talked to Debbie today.
So many ways. Yeah.
Eventually. Very blessed. I'm more tired today than I was yesterday. It just hit me thinking, I'm sorry.
Because I might have time to stay and not retire.
It just hit me today. Well, they got enough overtime. I've seen my dad. Right, so we're making no.
All set? Is everybody ready? All right, I'd like to, whenever you're ready. All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to open up the meeting tonight for our February township meeting. I'd like to welcome everybody and ask everybody to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'd like to ask you all to remain standing for a minute. We'd had one of our former trustees' wife pass away just recently last month, and she was very close to this township board also. So I'd like to have a moment of silence for Leanne Kelly, who passed away. Thank you very much. Before we continue on, I did get a thank you or a grateful appreciation from the Kelly family. I will read it now. Your kindness and sympathy in our recent sorrow will always be remembered with deep gratitude. Sincerely, the family of Leanne Kelly. So, that being said, I feel bad for Michael. That's been very close to this board. All right, folks, continue with the roll call of officers.
Supervisor Ron Alberico.
Here.
Trustee Dean Morelli.
Here.
Trustee Barb Boyce.
Here.
Trustee Barb Delaney.
Here.
Trustee Greg Dickus.
Here.
Assessor Debbie Mason.
Here.
Highway Commissioner John Shalinski.
Here.
We have our attorney Gary Mueller present. And I am present and deputy clerk. So deputy clerk Jessica Strickland.
All right, thank you. Everybody should have in their packet, this is for the Road and Bridge meeting, your the minutes of the monthly meeting of January 9th. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
a second by Barb Boyce. Any questions of the minutes tonight? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. All right, on your next on the agenda is approval of the bills of $311,722.94. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Barb Boyce. Any questions of bills for the Highway Department tonight?
Yeah, I just have one question for the road commissioner. On the last page, the amount of $201,441 for PT Bureau Construction.
Yes.
How many roads, I mean, was that for all the roads that you needed to be repaired for the year?
Yes and no. I mean, that's basically what I do is any money that's left over from this year, I roll into the next year, and same thing with last year, we rolled in this year. So I have a set amount of money that I can spend on the roads, and so we did Thomas Drive and Riley Avenue, and that pretty much ate up the budget. So the roads are, Thomas Drive had to have all new curbs, 2 new catch basins, and then the overlay, and Riley was a grind and overlay, and that came out. We went out for bid, and I think it came out to just under $200,000, but when they were replacing the curbs over on Thomas Drive, they noticed that the catch basins were failing, so I had to get a couple new catch basins.
Okay.
But it's about, for a grind overlay, it's about, they're averaging about $175,000 a mile. Now this was probably a little less than a mile, but because we did all the concrete work, the curbs, that's where the money was really, that kind of killed me on that. But so to answer your question, we got all the roads done we could, you know, but there's plenty more out there we're working on.
And you got 3 different bids when you go out for this process?
We got probably 8, 12, something like that. It's a public bid where we put in the paper.
Okay.
And then once the project was done, I got the certified payroll, you know, and all the necessary paperwork.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, any other questions of the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico.
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Delaney.
Yes.
Dickus.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Any citizens wishing to address the board for the Highway Department tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on. John, Highway Commissioner's report.
Thank you. It's a tired report today. We had 9 days in a row of snow. That's, I think it hasn't happened since, what they say, 1909. So I just want to take a brief minute. I don't want to hold everybody up here, but just to kind of explain a little bit about what we do. Basically, when we have a couple of inches, it's not an issue. We go out there and we push it off the side of the road, throw some salt down, and we're done. But when we get a snow event, like the one we had on Friday and Saturday, where we have about 36 hours of continuous snow, we don't throw salt down until the snow is done, because if we throw the salt down and then we go back, you know, we have to plow like every 4 to, depending on how much snow's falling, but about every 3 to 4 hours we have to go back out there. We don't want to push the product back off of the road, since it doesn't take long for even the salt to get covered up. But I do want to apologize to everybody out there. It's not our fault, but I'm going to apologize. when you shovel the ends of your driveway and we come back and all of a sudden your driveway is full of snow again, it's nothing intentional. There's no ill will whatsoever. The same thing happened to my house, and I would shovel it, and here comes my snowplow guy that works for me and push all the snow back in. But we have to do something with the snow, and it's got to. We work well with the post office because we have to get as close to the mailboxes as possible so the mail can be delivered. So there are some instances that mailboxes get knocked over. Sometimes the truck never touches them, but the weight of the snow, if you have kind of a mailbox that might have some deterioration on the bottom, call the department. We do have temporary mailboxes we'll put out there, and then in the spring we'll go and we'll repair. My guys don't get in any trouble whatsoever for hitting the mailbox. We're very good at not hitting them. There's very few times we hit them, but it's understood that if they hit them, write down the address. We try to notify the homeowner, because that's just unfortunately part of the trying to get as close as you can and slipping and sliding with the snow. So once we actually go through and we plow everything, then we try to corner all the corners. That's pushing, how they kind of bank it up on the corner so that there's some turn radiuses. And we try to widen the street as much as possible, because the more snow, sometimes the streets get kind of like tunnels, and two cars can't pass because of the amount of snow that we receive. So I want to apologize, because I just remember on my particular route there's probably a good handful of people that as soon as there's an inch or two of snow, they go out there and shovel, and here I come, an hour later. And again, I tried to avoid that, but it would take us 10 times longer. But the guys did a great job. We've got about 100 lane miles of road, maybe a little bit more. And with 5 guys, full-timers and some part-timers and myself, I think we have a total of 8 trucks. I think they did a great job. We got a lot of compliments. Obviously, we got some complaints about getting the driveways full of snow and blocking some of the mailboxes, but that's pretty much unavoidable. But I just want to thank my guys and everybody that helped. As far as our salt supply, we're doing okay. I think we're in good shape to not run out at all. So, but if we see where we're going to run out, we do take measures, just doing the hills and the major intersections. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think we have plenty of salt. So that's pretty much it.
All right, well, thank you.
Big snow. Oh, one more thing. We are going to have crews out there opening up and shoveling out all the drains. We're expecting to get some 40-degree temperatures, and we're supposed to get some rain. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have some flooding issues. It's unavoidable. The water has to go somewhere. The ditches are full, and we will, like I said, we will shovel the drains so that the drains are open, but there's going to be some flooding everywhere, not just in our area, but anywhere that there's snow and there's warm weather and then rain coming. It's going to be pretty much unavoidable. So we'll do our best to keep the streets, the water off the streets and keep those drains open. But if you do see a problem out there of a drain being plugged, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll run out there and take care of it. But I wanted to mention the water thing because that's important.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
I don't have any other business in the road and bridge. I would ask for a motion, but I will tell you for the new trustees this year, this is February is the end of our fiscal year. So what we do is we recess this meeting till the end of the month, so we can pay whatever remaining bills come up between now and the end of February. So we can pay our bills, close out the year, and start a new year March 1st. So I would ask for a motion to recess the meeting until February 27th, 2018 at 6 p.m. in this room here.
I'll make a motion.
I got a motion by Barb Boyce,
Second.
second by Barb Delaney. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. Moving on to our general assistance. Again, you have the minutes in your packet for the January 9th, 2018 meeting. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
A motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Barb Boyce. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Minutes pass. You got the approval of the bills of $7,000 $720.20 this month for the general assistance. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make the motion.
I got a motion by Barb Boyce,
Second.
second by Barb Delaney. Any questions of the bills tonight? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Vickers.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Any citizens here wishing to address the board for the general assistance tonight? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to new business. I do have in the packet tonight approval for registration and lodging for 2 people to attend the Getty class down in Bloomington, Illinois, which will be, I believe it's going to be March 16th. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to make it, so, but the most that will go will be 2.
Who else do you have in mind?
Maybe our Getty clerk, Chris Boucher.
Would you mind if we approve this, if Chris could come to our meeting and basically give us a little recap of what you guys learned down there if she does decide to go?
I could have her come, but we have to pay her. Right.
Oh, you mean to be at the meeting?
But it is going over the new manual that we accepted last 2 months ago.
Okay. Oh, so basically it's just an education?
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
educational thing,
okay.
basically. It's a class, yeah.
Okay.
That we, as supervisor and head of Getty and the clerk that
Okay.
disabilities.
All right.
So I do need a motion to approve 2 people to go down to the Getty class.
I'll make the motion.
I got a motion by Barb,
Second.
and a second by the other Barb, Delaney, Barb Boyce and Barb Delaney. Any questions? All right, I need a roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Delaney.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Passes. You have in your packets the monthly financial report of what we've taken. We had 5 new applications taken out. 3 were not returned. 2 applications were returned. A number of applications from the previous month was 2, so we have 4 applications. Number of returns, applications waiting for information is 1. Number of applications to be processed is 2. Denials, the greater income was 0. Failure to provide information, 1 was denied. So now we have 3 on general assistance and none on emergency. And just for informational purposes, you have a breakdown of what we handed out last month. It's like 2 in housing, 1 gas, and 1 electric. 3 in food. All right. Moving on. I have nothing else in the general assistance meeting, so I would ask for a motion to recess the meeting until February 27th, 2018 at 6 o'clock in the multipurpose room here.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Barb Boyce. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, moving on to our senior fund. Again, you have the minutes in your packet, the meeting of January 9th, 2018. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I got a motion by Barb Boyce,
Second.
second by Barb Delaney. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. Okay, you have the bills of $27,315.47 this month. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
I got a second by Barb Boyce. I do want to make a note real quick here. I know it's on the list, bill list that you signed, but here's a new bill list. When I was going this afternoon, Sherry emailed or texted me and told me about there's a change from last month. Okay, you want one of these? I just want to note that last month, our bookkeeper was out of town, or I'm sorry, out of town. She was in the hospital for over a week and a half, and then she was in rehab for a week after that. So the bookkeeping was done by one of our other employees, and she did the best she could with it, but she did miss, you can see there's a budget sheet. Bill was not added in, which was $14.79. And then there was a bill listed on there, which was $186 that shouldn't have been. So there's a difference of $171.34 that needs to be corrected. So I need a motion to correct that bill, and along with the $27,315.47 for February. So that's the motion I'm looking for, and we can do the motion in a second, I believe.
Do you have that, what is the grand total, or is it just minus the 171? Just
Yeah.
minus 171?
We got two motions already, okay. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. In old business, I guess I'll bring it up, is our senior advisory board did meet the first Wednesday, which is last Wednesday. It's a very preliminary. We're not even, don't even have a board put together. I'm trying to get them organized, so we'll have a president of that board, a treasurer, and become a 401c with that board. But we did talk about some of the ideas of the direction we want to go. There used to be an organization in the Lockport Township area called Triad that kind of fell off to the wayside a year and a half ago. And I'm trying to organize that again. The Triad organization is basically a senior organization that is, you have all the representations of the fire department, the police departments, the schools, and it's an educational thing for the monthly meeting that they have, and seniors come to it, and they pretty much educate them in scams and fire safety, a lot of different issues through the year. I'm trying to organize that, along with Romeoville is trying to organize Triad, getting back into prevalent here in Lockport Township. So we are going to have the first Triad meeting. I think Romeoville is putting it together, and it'll be this Thursday. I think it was the 15th at 9 o'clock. I'm not going to be able to go to it, but I do have one of my employees, Michelle. I want her to represent the township so we can get going on that. I really want to get this Triad thing going here and have a lot of the classes and stuff done at this building. What they usually do is rotate it between Romeoville, Prestville, and Lockport, and I like to do the Lockport side here in this building. So we did talk about that. The other thing we did talk about a lot in depth was we're trying to put together an expo, a senior expo. They had a JUCO years ago that doesn't exist anymore. We can't do it quite as big as what they did at JUCO because they had a lot more room. But we are kind of planning a township annual expo. We tentatively have June 6th is the date for the expo. What we'd like to do is have exhibitors here, and we'll have a shred truck again like we did a couple months ago. That was very popular with the people that came here and shred stuff. And you know, I don't know if you've ever been to a senior expo, but it's a pretty nice thing for our seniors to get a lot of people. So tentatively, we're going to do that June 6th, and I'd like to do that as an annual expo here. Other than that, I have nothing else in our senior fund. I would ask for a recess until February 27th, 2018, at 6 o'clock in the multi-purpose. Well, actually, it'll be in this room here.
I'll make that motion.
A motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Dickus. All in
Yes.
favor?
Aye.
Aye, just a quick question. February 27th, is that the date of our water board
That's the
meeting as
water
well?
board.
So we're having this before the
Yeah.
water board? Okay.
It's basically what happens is we just open up the meetings, pay the bills, shut the meeting. We should be able to get it done by 6:30.
Okay.
For every, that's all we, basically, it's just to pay the last of the bills.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be at the water board. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to our town agenda. Again, you have the minutes of the January 9th meeting and the executive meeting of August 14th, 2017. Maybe you should explain that, how we did that. We had the attorney go through the minutes for the executive meeting, so we didn't have to go into an executive session, and he thought it was okay to open them. So if we go to an executive session to talk about it, then in 6 months we have to go to another executive session to talk about this
It's a
executive session.
repetitive motion.
Yeah, just a repetitive thing, we'll never get out of an executive session. So this is the way we decided to do it, and the attorney, I believe, did approve
To release those
to release
minutes.
things. So again, I need approval to approve the minutes of January 9th and the executive minutes of August 14th.
I'll make the motion.
We got a motion by Barb Boyce,
Second.
second by Barb Delaney. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. You have the bills of $114,655.49 this month. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion.
I've got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
a second by Barb Boyce. Any questions of the bills tonight?
Just a quick question. Business card, project supplies for $1,200. It's about 3/4 way down the page. You know what that-
First page?
Yeah, first.
I'm sorry, I don't see. Oh, business card, there are supplies, yeah, $1,200. You want to know what those are for, I imagine. I couldn't tell you right offhand. I would have to look in the bills and the thing, but what happens is there's a lot of times we have to go to Menards and pick up stuff for the building. That's the supplies that comes out of the business. The line item of maintenance on the building. So a lot of times we put, they'll go up with the business card and put it on there. Everything that's on that, that's all along with the bill has an explanation. as to
Oh,
what
okay,
it
so
is.
that's the total bill for
Yeah,
the whole
yeah, the whole business
For all
card, you know,
supplies.
and it's itemized on the, in the
credit
bill.
card statement.
I think
I thought that was a little purchase.
No, it's, yes, the business card gets split up amongst what it's being used, you know, it's been put on.
Okay.
Any other questions of the bills?
Yeah, I just have one other question. On the same page at the top, the healthcare service corp for $12,886. It says hospital. That's not health insurance, so what is that for?
I'm sure that's probably part of our insurance program. That might be our dental, to be honest with you, I don't know right offhand in this meeting, but I could get that information and have Sherry email it to you. as to what-
Okay, yeah, you could do
for.
that.
I would ask Denise if you would do that tomorrow for me, since I won't be in the office. All right, any other questions of bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico?
Yes.
Boyce?
Yes.
Morelli?
Yes.
Vickers?
Yes.
Delaney?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Any citizens here wishing to address this board tonight for the town fund? Please state your name for the record.
Good evening, Delinda here at Fairmont resident. I just want to clarify that we can be ready when we come back here for the March meeting. We only need 15 signatures for that question on the ballot.
I'm gonna let you, yeah, that's correct. It's the annual town meeting. It won't be the township meeting.
But you want me to have it to you by then?
You have to have it by March 1st.
Okay, but I just want to clarify, it's 15 signatures. Okay, thank you.
And like I said, I think there's a minimum of 15 names, but I would suggest if you get 20, 30, get
No problem.
whatever.
Okay, thank you. 30.
So they have to be registered voters?
Yes.
Correct.
And live in the community and be able to be affected by that.
That's correct. Registered voters in Lockport Township.
All right, any other citizens wishing to address the board here tonight? All right, moving on to the assessors report.
I have nothing.
You have nothing tonight? All right, we'll move on then to the clerk's report.
Thank you, Ron. So the youth committee met on January 17th, and we had two guest speakers there. One was Sue Myers from NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, came to explain and discuss the functions of NAMI programs. What NAMI is the largest health organization dedicated to building better lives for the millions of Americans affected by mental illness. So, we just talked about ways that maybe the township could work with them to maybe have a program here in the very, very future pertaining to mental illness for youth. And also we had Mike Hennessy from United Way of Will County, and he had explained the many programs that were funded from United Way. And United Way is organizing a community baby shower, and they would like Lockport Township to partner with them. So we are working on that. So it was a very productive meeting. Just an update for the board on that. Early voting will begin on March 5th through March 17th in the Township Clerk's office. The hours are Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Two Saturdays, March 10th and the 17th from 9 a.m. to noon. If you need a vote by mail ballot application, please call the County Clerk's office at 815-740-4615. They also have grace period voting there, which will begin Wednesday, February 21st through Tuesday, March 20th. For anybody that didn't get to register to vote, and you can register to vote and vote at the same time in the County Clerk's office. Register to vote if you haven't. The last day is February 20th. You can come into the Lockport Township Clerk's office with 2 forms of identification to register to vote. Polling places, I just want to emphasize that if you were in Lockport 16, that your old polling place was Lockport Township Park District, the new polling place is White Oak Library. Precinct Lockport 17, if you were at Shepherd of the Hill Church, your new polling place is Lockport Township Building, which is right here. Precinct number 18, which is Christ United Methodist Church, was the old precinct. The new precinct for Lockport 18th is Shiloh Baptist Church. So please take note of that. I'm sure you will get that information in the mail from the County Clerk's office if you haven't already. Our annual town meeting, which Delinda just brought up, is going to be held on April 10th, 2018 at 6:30 p.m. and that's here in our governmental building on Farrell Road here. Agenda items do have to be into the Township Clerk's office by March 1st so that it can get published and posted according to law. The next baby wellness clinic is Thursday, April 5th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Advanced Pediatric Care. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to give our office a call. I believe that is all I have, Ron.
All right, thank you very much.
Oh, did you want to
Oh,
talk
you know what,
about
I
this?
will bring this up right now, or I can do it in old business, but it doesn't matter. Why don't we talk about it right now?
Okay.
The clerk's office, we've chosen to redo our website. It was approved by the board a few months ago to do our website. We did, I believe Denise has interviewed a couple of different companies, and we decided on a company. We got their estimated, their quote on it, and as we got the quote, we realized that it's over $20,000 for the whole thing through the years, so.
So it's actually for 4 years.
Yeah.
It spans over, that whole contract would be for 4 years. So each year is under the 20,000, but it all adds up to over that. So on the advice of our attorney, we're going to do the request for qualifications. So legal will get in the newspaper.
So we'll go ahead and start that process. We'll get it published in the paper, we'll go get quotes, and we'll have the opening, I believe, in
March.
March.
It has to be
Quotes
March
have to be-
13th, yes,
March 13th will be the opening,
yes.
and then we move forward from there.
Okay.
All right, any questions on that? Hearing none, trustees' comments or suggestions tonight? Hearing none, I'll do a little building report. Basically, it's dead of winter. We're not doing a lot here, but we are having, the kids are here every other night, it seems like. They're here about 4 nights out of the week, rehearsing from about 4 o'clock to 6:30. Limestone Theater Group has approached me on setting up another play here in the spring coming up. I don't have all the details. I did tell them I'd like to get together and have a meeting with them and find out what they're thinking and what nights, and see if it's okay with our scheduling. The other thing, we did have the student teachers conference that we've been doing 4 times a year was today. And I guess it went off pretty good. I didn't hear any complaints. Other than that, we do have an issue with the building that just came up today. I was in the city today, this afternoon. I was here this morning, and I didn't have or smell anything, but I guess there's a sewer smell coming through the building. Some days it's, most of the time it's not here, but once in a great while, there's a sewer smell. And people were getting sick, and they went home. I got a text that they were going to go home early because they were getting headaches. I think your office and a couple of my office people went home. Denise's office, it doesn't smell as bad downstairs, so she stayed here. So I guess, being it happened today, and I wasn't here to really take care of things, and I'm going to be out of town this week, I'm going to get our maintenance guy to get a plumber here or something to figure out what the problem is. I know, Greg, you're a plumber. I don't know if you have a suggestion or what you think might be an issue with it, but I'm no plumber.
Try to put water in floor drains.
They did that today. I'm wondering if this could be something with the, we do have an injection pump that we put in last year, brand new, and we went on the city sewer and water. But anyway, I'm going to get somebody out here to figure it out, because we can't have that. People getting sick here and having smells, gas smells in here. Fire department was here today. They came through, they thought it was sewer gas.
Greg, what did you suggest? Water in the floor drains?
Put water in the floor drains.
You know what, now that you think about it, it happened to me about every couple of years. And I think Greg's right, the P-traps in the floor drains dry out and that sewer gas backs up through there.
Did you put water in the floor drains
Yeah.
in all bathrooms?
That might
They
help.
were supposed to do that. They told me they did that today. I don't know. There's a lot of
There's
different
nothing that happened.
spots in this building that have floor drains. Maybe they missed it. Because most of them are inside the building, so you're thinking might be part of the or upstairs, and that bathroom up there or something. But anyway, I just wanted to bring everybody's attention to some kind of an issue here, and we're going to try to figure it out, fixed one way or another. All right, moving on. Under new business, everybody should have in their packet, we get this every year, it's called Topics Day. It's through the township officials of Illinois. Mostly all township officials that want to can go down and talk to their senators and state reps. You can get a little tour of the Capitol and get your questions. It's open to all of our trustees. And, anybody that wants to go, I have to have it in by, I think,
April 3rd.
April 18th is the deadline.
April 18th. So I've asked everybody to get it in by April 3rd so I can make the reservations for everybody by the 18th. So anybody that might be interested in going, let me know, and I will get that set up. The other thing under there is the Romeoville State of the Village. We usually go to that. That's going to be on April 12th. I would like to know who's all wants to go so I can make the reservations, get everything in by March 23rd. So if you can give me an idea who wants to go to the State of the Village and to the Topics Day, I will make the reservations and make sure we.
We are members of the chamber, Romeoville Chamber, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on going anywhere.
When I get back, I'll make sure I'll get a list of everybody. I know if you tell me tonight, I'll forget, but tomorrow I'll get it done. But I'll be contacting you and make sure I'll get a list, updated list of who's all going to go. All right, other than that, I have nothing under the new business. Under old business, the only thing I had, we talked about it, this will be the third time, I just wanted to bring up that I did put together, or had our attorney put together the question as for the garbage pickup in the unincorporated areas of Lockport Township. To go to a question has to be brought to the clerk's office by March 1st. With 15 signatures like we talked. Hopefully you get 15, 20 of them. And the more the merrier, obviously. Yeah, get that in, and we'll put that question to at the annual town meeting. Other than that, meetings and correspondences. The only thing I do have, I do want to announce the water board will be on February 27th at 6:30 after our recess meetings. The other thing is we will be having our workshop on March 6th with Dave, the accounting firm, for our budget workshop next year. And that'll be March 6th at 6:30 in this building. Other than that, I don't believe I have anything else in tonight's meeting. I would ask for a recess until February 27th, 2018 at 6 o'clock in this building.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Pickus. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, everybody, for your patience, and I hope you enjoyed the